Welcome to Earnings Central. In this video, we'll break down Intuitive Machines' fourth quarter fiscal 2024 earnings. We'll cover key financial performance metrics and dig into insights from the earnings call. All right, let's go. Starting with top-line revenue, the original estimate for Q4 was $55.70 million. The company actually reported revenue of $54.66 million, missing expectations by 1.9%. However, this quarterly revenue marked a significant 78.9% increase compared to the $30.56 million reported in the same quarter last year. Moving to adjusted earnings per share, the original estimate for Q4 was a loss of 8 cents. The company actually reported a loss of $1.88 per share, missing expectations by $1.80 per share. This result also reflects a $2.26 per share decrease compared to the profit of 38 cents per share reported in the same quarter last year. Now let's dive into some additional performance metrics highlighted during the earnings call. First off, their cash balance is absolutely phenomenal. The company has rocketed to an impressive $385 million in cash, primarily driven by strategic warrant exercises. This isn't just pocket change, it's a financial fortress that gives Intuitive Machines serious flexibility for future investments. Speaking of financial strength, their backlog has hit a record $328.3 million. That means they've got a solid pipeline of contracted work stretching into the future. The company is expecting to recognize 60 to 65% of this backlog in 2025, which signals strong near-term revenue potential. Their gross profit is showing promising signs of improvement. While they're not profitable, yet they're deliberately moving in that direction. In fact, they're targeting a positive run rate adjusted EBITDA by the fourth quarter of 2025 and a fully positive adjusted EBITDA by 2026. It's a strategic, measured approach to financial growth. The operating loss is also trending in the right direction. While they did report an operating loss, the company views this as an investment in future growth. They're carefully managing expenses while continuing to innovate and expand their capabilities. One interesting financial note is their strategic investment from Boryung Corporation. This $10 million investment isn't just about money, it's a vote of confidence in Intuitive Machines' vision and potential. Now, let's shift focus to some of the key insights and takeaways from the earnings call. The company is making massive moves in lunar data networks. They're not just thinking about moon missions, they're building what they call a national asset that can provide communication services across multiple space domains. NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Services, or CLPS, remains a key focus. Intuitive Machines is expecting two major contract opportunities in 2025. The first is due in May, with an anticipated award in July, and another later in the year. They're even being invited to discuss the next version of CLPS, potentially focusing on larger cargo-class lunar deliveries. Their orbital transfer vehicle, called Nebula, is another game-changer. Derived from their lunar lander technology, this vehicle can deliver multiple satellites to various locations in cislunar space. It's a prime example of how they're leveraging existing technologies to create new revenue streams. The Near Space Network Services contract is another massive opportunity. They're planning to deploy 5 data relay satellites, starting with the first launch next year. This isn't just about lunar communication. It's about creating a flexible, multi-domain communication network. The company is also eyeing potential collaboration in national security space technology. By building out their network, they're positioning themselves to offer space domain awareness and space traffic management capabilities. Interestingly, while everyone's talking about Mars, Intuitive Machines sees the moon as the strategic priority. They're open to Mars infrastructure opportunities, but view lunar exploration as the more immediate and practical focus. What's most impressive is how they're approaching this, not just as a space exploration company, but as a strategic technology and services provider. They're thinking beyond individual missions and creating infrastructure that could reshape how we operate in space. That wraps up our recap of Intuitive Machines' fourth quarter fiscal 2024 earnings. If you found this recap helpful and want to stay on top of more earnings reports from other companies, don't forget to subscribe. We've got plenty more quick and easy breakdowns coming your way from Earnings Central.